boys and girls. Welcome to Grade 4 Science for Life. I am Dheerani Narain, and today we will learn more about science. So get ready to have lots of fun because science is cool, it's awesome, and it's all around us. Remember to investigate, explore, and ask lots and lots of questions. In our previous lesson, we learned that plants need air and water to grow. So let us review some of the things that we've learned from that lesson. 1. Plants need the carbon dioxide in the air to photosynthesize or to make food for themselves. 2. Plants also use oxygen to respire. 3. Water helps in the process of photosynthesis. 4. Water transports the nutrients to all parts of the plant. And 5. Water helps the plant to stand. Without water, the plant will droop. Our topic for today is effects of light on plants. And there's a question I would like to ask you. Do plants need light to grow? And if so, why? To find out if plants need light to grow, an experiment was set up using 3 plants. The materials used to conduct this experiment were 3 plants of the same size and species, 3 containers to put the plant in, soil of the same type, and a ruler to measure the length of the plant as it grew. Now each plant was watered every day. Here's an example of the plants. They were placed in the container. You have the 3 plants there. They were labeled 1, 2, and 3. The measurement for day 1, I used a ruler to measure each plant. The plant 1 measured 5.5 inches, plant 2 measured 5.3 inches, and plant 3 measured 5.5 inches. The only plant that had a little difference in measurement was plant 2. It wasn't much of a difference though. There we have plant 1. It was placed outside, so this plant was exposed to a lot of light. It was placed outside on the veranda, as you could see it there. Plant 2 was placed inside the house beside a wall. This plant here was exposed to less light. Plant 3 was placed in a box. This plant was exposed to the least amount of light. The first picture is showing the plant inside of the box. As you could see, there is the least amount of light, and the second picture you see in the box itself. Now, you could predict what you think is going to happen to the plant. If the plant would grow, if they will die, or if they will not grow. Alright, so here we have the plants after 14 days. We have plant 1, plant 2, and plant 3, which is still in the box. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the plant from in the box. So we have plant 3 here. I'm just going to set the box aside. Now I would like you to observe what happened to these plants. If you see plant 1 here, look at how high it has grown compared to plant 2 and plant 3. You must remember that plant 1 was left outside in the sun, or it was exposed to a lot of light. Plant 2 was inside of the house, so it hadn't that much light. And then plant 3, which is what inside the box, so this plant had the least amount of light. Now when you look at the comparison here of the 3 plants, you could have seen that plant 1 has grown. Plant 2 grew, but not that much. And plant 3, you could say it hardly grew. So for us to get our results correct, we're going to measure them. Starting with, I'm going to use a ruler to measure plant 1 first. So plant 1, it grew past the ruler, so I'm going to join the ruler onto it to get the measurement of this plant. So I'm going to place this here. Remember, we're measuring in inches. So The last time when I measured from the lid of the cup, so I'm going to do the same. So it measures, I'm going to use the highest leaf here, which is, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it will be 16 inches. And on the first day, it measured 5.5 inches. So there's a big difference there in growth. Let's look at plant 2 now. The first day, it measured 5.3 inches. Today is the 14th day. Let's see, it's measuring, if you could see here, it measures 8 inches. So it did grow, but not that much. And now let's look at the third plant. On the first day, it measured 5.5 inches. And today, the 14th day, seeing that it drooped a little, we're going to measure the tallest leaf or the highest leaf, which is actually 6 inches. So it did grow, but not that much. Just a half of an inch it grew. So we could say that when plants are exposed to light, they grow better, or you could say faster too, right? So the result there on the screen is showing that when the plant was placed outside, it was 5.5 inches first day, and on the 14th day, it measured 16 inches. Plant 2, which was placed inside the house, on the first day, it measured 5.3 inches, and day 14, it measured 8 inches. And plant 3, which is placed inside a box, on the first day, it measured 5.5 inches, and on the 14th day, it measured 16 inches. Now, there's a graph there to show you how much the plants has grown. You see day 1, you have the orange, which represents the first plant. The dark orange represents the second plant, and the brown represents the third plant. When you compare it to day 40 now, you could see the big difference in growth of these plants. Therefore, it can be concluded that plants need light in order to grow. Why plants need light to grow? Light is one of the most important elements a plant needs to grow. All plants need light to carry out the process of photosynthesis. And as we learned earlier, photosynthesis is where plants make their food, and this is where they get their food to grow. Without light, what will happen to a plant without light? 1, plants will not produce chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is the green part that traps the light or traps the energy from the light. 2, the leaves will start to droop or to start to drop off. And 3, the flowering plants will fail to produce flower. And when they fail to produce flower, you will not get fruits from it. Your task for this session: I would like you to draw and label a diagram to show that plants need air, water, and light to grow healthy. Here is an example of how it should look. Here you have the plant, and this is showing that from the sun you're going to get light, from the air you're going to get carbon dioxide and oxygen, and at the bottom you're going to get water through the roots. That will be all for today. Goodbye, children. See you next time.